So on April 6th, the Washington Post has a blog. And it is, let's see, I forget the name of what's the name of the blog? The Answer Sheet. And what has happened here is a teacher resigned, wrote a resignation letter. The resignation letter surfaced on the internet about a week ago, and it has since gone viral. It was first published by a Syracuse, New York paper. And basically, Washington Post by Valerie Strauss, April 6, 2013. Increasingly, teachers are speaking out against school reforms that they believe are demeaning their profession. Some are simply quitting because they've had enough. Here's one such resignation letter from a veteran teacher, Gerald Conti, social studies teacher at West Hill Haskell in Syracuse, New York. Now, I'm not going to read the whole resignation letter because it's quite lengthy. Now, let me read you some excerpts. With regard to my profession, this is the third paragraph. With regard to my profession, I have truly attempted to live John Dewey's famous quotation, which is now likely a cliche with me. I've used it so very often. The education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. I have attempted to live that. This type of total immersion is what I have always referred to as teaching heavy. Working hard, spending time researching, attending to details, never feeling satisfied that I knew enough on any topic. I now find that this approach to my profession is not only devalued, but denigrated, and perhaps in some quarters despised. STEM rules the day. STEM. Now, what is that? It's obviously some kind of program. You with kids probably know what it is. The letter doesn't say what it is. STEM rules the day. Data-driven education seeks only conformity, standardization, testing, zombie-like adherence to the shallow and generic Common Core, along with a lockstep of oversimplified so-called essential learnings. Creativity, academic freedom, teacher autonomy, experimentation, innovation are being stifled in a misguided effort to fix what's not broken in our system of public education, and particularly not at this school, West Hill. So the teacher, Mr. Conti, is writing about how he's got to indoctrinate people. He's not allowed to teach them. Lockstep. Oversimplified so-called essential learnings. Shallow and generic Common Core. Creativity, independent thinking, none of this is permitted. My profession is being demeaned by a pervasive atmosphere of distrust, dictating that teachers cannot be permitted to develop and administer their own tests, which are now called assessments. Teachers can't even grade their own students' exams. After writing all of this, I realize I'm not leaving my profession. In truth, it has left me. Teaching no longer exists. I feel as though I've played some game halfway through its fourth quarter. A timeout's been called. My teammates' hands have all been tied. The goalposts have been moved. All previously scored points and honors expunged. And all the rules have been changed. For the last decade or so, I've had two signs hanging above the blackboard at the front of my classroom. They read, "Words matter," and "Ideas matter." While I still believe these simple statements are true, I don't feel that those currently driving public education have any inkling of what they mean. So here you have a public school teacher whose STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics rule the day. Data-driven education seeks conformity, standardization. There is no creativity, there's no improvisation, and there really isn't any learning because there's no teaching taking place. All it is indoctrination. And so he quit. His name is Gerald Conti, social studies department leader at the West Hills Central School in Syracuse, New York. Now, as I say, that resignation letter's gone viral all over the internet. By the way, STEM, and you have to forgive me for not knowing, folks. I know the basic problems in education. They're simple to understand and know. But I don't have a child in school, and I don't the details of the STEM. But I have found out what it is now. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and basically it refers to the interrelated reform issues that pertain to teaching all four of these disciplines. And it basically is just agenda-oriented education. Ideologically agenda-oriented education, this guy's had his fill of it. Because to him, there isn't teaching anymore. And nobody's learning anything. And I find that really interesting. The signs on his blackboard, words matter, ideas matter, is they don't anymore. And boy, is that ever true. You know, words mean things. No, they don't. Not anymore. Marriage doesn't mean what it means. Infertility now doesn't mean what it meant. And any number of words.